I always tell people Ludwig was the sound of our youth.
Yeah. Yeah.
You used them.
Yeah.
Ginger Baker, John Bonham, Carmen Appice, Mitch Mitchell, all the
Ringo.
Don Brewer from Grand
Right,
Funk.
right.
Everybody used
Ludwig.
Ludwig, so now I'm a Ludwig and Dorsey, and it's like kind of cool.
My first drum kit was a Premier, Black Pearl.
Oh, you started big time.
Yeah. Well, I worked after school, 3 nights a week after school. And on Saturday mornings, I worked in a bakery. And Saturday afternoons, I'd go to my drum lessons. The drum kit was in this window for forever in drum store in Richmond. And I go and look at it like every 3 or 4 weeks, and it's still in the window. And I got it. It was a 22-inch bass drum, 16-inch floor tom. I think it was a 14-inch rack, and whatever the snare drum was. A pedal, 2 cymbals, a ride cymbal, and a crash cymbal, and 14-inch hi-hat zildjians. I set the drum kit up in what was also the dining room. I started playing, and my mum came in and said, "Oh, this'll never do." It was a bit loud. Yeah.
Yeah, I started in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and the neighbors always complained because everything was connected.
Right.
And
Yeah.
my mother was always arguing with them. Leave him alone, let him play. And then we moved to Port Jeff Station, and I set up in the garage and we started playing, and 4 days later 3 people had for sale signs up. Then we moved it to the basement, and they never sold their houses, but yeah.
And now here we are, making noise
Still.
Yeah. Actually, talking about Ludwig drums, I remember when I first came here with Savoy Brown back in the late 60s, we would come over here and they would give you a drum kit each time you came over, and it was Ludwig drums. Prior to that, I was playing Premier, but as soon as I got my Ludwig kit, I said, "This is it," because now I've arrived.
Late 60s to mid 70s.
Yeah.
Almost everyone used Ludwig.
There was a couple of strange people who had.
Yeah. There was Charlie Watts,
Well,
but they never really made it. No, I'm only kidding.
Actually, I love the way Charlie played.
I did too.
Yeah, he was. He really made the band. There was nobody back in England. Other drummers, I don't know. They didn't play like Charlie. Yeah, Charlie was great. I used to see them, the Stones. Eel Pie Island was my favourite place to go and see them. This is in Twickenham. It's literally an island in the middle of the River Thames. I was 16, I think. So I went up to get a drink, a beer at the bar, and Mick turns around and bumps into me. "Sorry, mate. My brush with greatness." They were a great band. They still are, aren't they?
Still doing it.
Yeah. Roll till you're old and rock till you drop.
That's it, man.